Energy is frequency. Frequency is vibration because everything vibrates to do things that increase your vibration. So you're vibrating at a higher frequency. What you input as the energy source for your body will dictate the output of that energy.
You also talked about frequency. Can you describe that for us? Like, how can it affect your life when you have like a low frequency or a high frequency?
So everything is in motion. Everything vibrates. Everything is constantly moving. The only reason why I can sit on this couch is because my atoms are interacting with the couch in a certain vibration whereby I'm not going to go right through it. But the reason you can interact with the air and it doesn't feel dense, right? Or you can kind of go through it. My atoms are interacting with it because they're vibrating at a different frequency. Vibrational frequency is real. And you have to start studying, in my opinion, without going too deep down the rabbit hole, on how vibrational frequency impacts reality. Energy is frequency, and frequency is vibration because everything vibrates. So to increase your vibrational state, you need to do things that increase your vibration. So who you spend your time with, who you share your energy with. You can have low vibrational frequency habits. You look at the yoga or the Buddhist spectrum of vibrational frequency. On the lower side, you have lust and you have ungratitude, or you have self-pity or shame. This is on the lower spectrum of the vibration. So if you're feeling these states, you are vibrating at a lower frequency. On the higher frequency, you have love, gratitude. Isn't that the best time you feel yourself to be, right? So you're vibrating at a higher frequency. So people would say, oh, the vibes are right. What does that mean? And how can you control the vibes? How can you control the vibration in the room? So without going super sciencey into that, it's important.
As you're telling that, I just realized you're saying that, and I'm just trying to like wrap my hand around it or find examples in my own life. Sometimes when I choose to sleep in, even though I know I should get out, be active, have things to do, you're very well rested, but you feel very shitty. So your frequency seems to be low. And sometimes I get done with, like, for example, kickbox training, and I'm completely exhausted, but I feel very good. So I seem to be on a high frequency. So sometimes I think people think the frequency has to do with the amount of energy you have, but it's not the energy as we know it, right? Like, it's not the I'm exhausted energy. It's more of the how do I feel connected with everything around me. Is that right, or am I understanding it wrong?
I'll answer this as the last question because it's already 10 o'clock.
That's fine, no problem.
Fine. Yeah.
Energy input is extremely important. So what you input as the energy source or as the fuel for your body, right, will dictate the output of that energy. So if you're feeling lethargic, slow, tired, not after a kickboxing workout, but in the morning when you should in fact be feeling rested, there's something in the energy input that is causing that malfunction. Maybe it's the foods that you eat. Maybe it's what you're watching before you go to sleep. Maybe it's the fact that you're on your phone before you go to sleep. Maybe it's the fact that you had a terrible argument before you went to bed. Maybe it's the fact that you went to bed out of schedule, right? So all these things, they are bad energy inputs, low vibrational energy inputs. So the output will be in direct proportion, what? To the input. Newton, right? Sir Isaac Newton said it best. He said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you get to control the input. You have to pay the consequences of the output. And that's the beauty of life. You control what you sow, but what you reap will inevitably happen. So if you wake up tired, well, it's most likely something in your life that you can control.
Yeah.
If you have a bad relationship, there's most likely something there that you can control. If you don't have money, well, my friend, there's most likely something there that you can control. What you sow, you will reap. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, gentlemen.
Amazing.